All right, y'all. So, as promised, I am going to do a little Q&A type video about my tongue split. It has been almost 2 months since I got it done. I got it done on September 23rd. So, yeah, about 8 weeks now. Um, I guess I'll just like start from the beginning. So the artist that did my tongue split is named Shawn O'Hare. Highly recommend. He was super professional, super sweet, very pleasant person to be around. Definitely had like the confidence to make you feel like more relaxed. So if you're thinking about getting your tongue split, I highly recommend Shawn O'Hare. So basically, the morning of my tongue split, I had a really great breakfast. I made sure to have like all the things I really love because I figured I wouldn't be able to eat for a while. So I ate a really, really good breakfast. Um, Before I got to my appointment, about 30 minutes before, I took 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. And I also took one hydrocodone, the 325, before my procedure. So I had it, they did it in a tattoo shop. So I really liked that because I was really worried that I was going to have to go to the tattoo convention and get my tongue split like in front of a bunch of people. It wasn't like that at all. It was at a tattoo shop, so it was like nice and quiet. Um, so yeah, basically, I sat down in a chair. Um, he injected my tongue with a numbing solution. Um, and then everything happened like really fast. Like his assistant, his name was Malibu, also a super sweet guy. He stood behind me and I kind of like leaned my head against him and stuck my tongue out and he held on to it. And then Sean went in with basically like a scalpel and split underneath and then down the top. Like, it literally happened in like, I would say the whole entire procedure, like the splitting part and the stitching, was like less than 15 minutes. Like, it was like gone over in an instant. So that part was really easy. Um, the numbing injection did hurt. Um, and then my friend Mandy drove me home, but as soon as I got in the car, like immediately I started sucking on ice. Immediately started sucking on ice. Um, the reason why I wanted to make this video about my experience is because my experience was very different from all the other experiences that I read about online. Like basically like people who have it done, like they were talking about it like it was like the most horrific experience, like they were in so much pain, people saying they couldn't swallow, they couldn't sleep, like all these things. I will be very honest with you, I did not have hardly any pain. um I did have like for my pain management, I took ibuprofen, I took Tylenol, and then I had 5 hydrocodone pills, like 5 in total. um I know that like hydrocodone is a painkiller, but I will say that it's the same painkiller that they gave me when I got my boobs done. And when I got my boobs done, I was in like agonizing pain. Like I was in horrible pain. Like I couldn't like get off the couch. Like the pain medicine really wasn't helping. So I really don't want to say that the reason my tongue split experience was so easy was because I was on pain meds, because I think the real reason that my experience was really easy was because I was sucking on ice the whole time. So, with that being said, like, what supplies did I need? Like, what did I actually use? So I used a salt rinse, like a Dead Sea salt rinse that you mix with warm water and like swish in your mouth. I used like an Oral B mouth sore rinse. It's supposed to help for like canker sores and stuff like that, but it also helps with like mouth wounds, I suppose. I used a baby toothbrush. That was really helpful when I was brushing and like cleaning around the stitches and stuff because your tongue obviously is swollen, so it's kind of harder to fit like a full-size toothbrush in there. And then I also used like a feeding syringe, like for the first couple days. I basically blended my food and then sucked it up in the syringe and like injected it, I suppose, into the back of my throat to make it easier. I thought it was going to be like the worst week of my life, but I literally had no pain, almost no pain. I was uncomfortable because my tongue was swollen, but I was never in pain. Like I never had a moment where I was like, "Oh my God, this hurts. Oh my God, like I wish I didn't never did this." Like not once. Like for me personally, the most painful part of getting my tongue split was the injection that they did for the numbing. Other than that, like I had very minimal swelling. No pain at all. I had minimal swelling. I was able to swallow perfectly fine. I did not have any issues with drooling. A lot of people said that they had a lot of like drooling and salivating and like that they had to use a towel to like soak up drool. Like I remember reading one person said that they put like a bucket in front of them and just drooled into a bucket. I had no drooling problems whatsoever. Like if anything, the extra moisture in my mouth, it felt like kind of good, I suppose. Like, um, I think I have like a dry mouth in general. So like actually the extra saliva was kind of like nice. So no drooling problems. I slept like a baby every night. I had no problem sleeping at all. I didn't like wake up drooling, like nothing like that. Slept totally normal. I didn't have any swelling around my face. Um, oh, I also did take the arnica tablets. Like they recommend taking arnica if you're gonna be have like bruising and swelling. I know like a lot of us take it when we get like our lips done and our cheeks done and stuff and Botox and stuff. So I did also take arnica. So like put that on the list, arnica. But that was all I really needed. So for me personally, arnica, salt rinse, the Oral-B sore mouth sore rinse, and a syringe was like the only actual supplies that I ended up using. Um, what did I eat? So I mostly sucked on ice. I was drinking like I made like ice Pedialyte soup and I was just like eat the Pedialyte with ice. That was helpful. I got soups and then like I blended them as well, so it was just like drinking soup. What else? I had some baby food. I didn't really eat them. They were kind of nasty. Um, Applesauce, pudding, just like mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, just like stuff that was like really soft. Um, I was eating solids, like eating and chewing solid food on like the fourth day before I took my stitches out. Um, I did not have any problems like with food getting stuck in it at all. I was reading other people said that like their first time eating or drinking, they would get like water stuck underneath it and like not be able to swallow it or like food stuck underneath it and like not able to get it out. I didn't have any problems like that. I was like eating and drinking just perfectly fine. Um, what else? Taking the stitches out. The stitches out, this is like the one part of my experience that I wish I would have done differently. Um, so my my doctor like a year ago agreed to help me take my stitches out. Well, then like once everything was said and done, she kind of like backed out on me. I don't know why. But I like you can technically you're supposed to be able to take your stitches out on like day 5. Well, I really wanted to leave the back stitches in because like I was and am still concerned about regrowth, right? So when I went to take my stitches out, I wanted to just take out the front ones. Like and leave the back ones in. Well, I ended up like cutting too much of it and then I took them all out. So if I could do one thing differently, I would have left my stitches in for longer. Like I would have literally left them in for like 9 or 10 days because my only concern was like regrowth, like I said, and I do have some regrowth and I'll show you right now. Like that little webbing right there is where like your skin is like growing back together. You can see that my split was all the way up here. So I've lost probably like that much of the split where it healed back together. I don't have a very long tongue. It's not super long, so I wasn't really expecting, like, I wish I could, like, some people have those really long, like, I wish I could have that. I don't think that mine's ever going to be that impressive because my tongue's small, but that's okay. It's still really cool, so yeah. Overall, my experience, like, 10 out of 10. I would do it again in a heartbeat. If I get more regrowth in this, like, maybe in the future, I might have it split again because, like I said, it was really not that big of a deal. I am glad that I took like time off work. I'm glad that I, had supplies and I felt prepared. But I definitely will say that I really like, I don't want to say overreacted, but I definitely like I put way more thought into it than what it was going to be. Like, these people on the internet had me like scared shitless. Like, I almost backed out because I was just like, I don't know if I can handle this. Like, I'm kind of a baby. My pain tolerance is like fairly low, honestly. Like, but it was totally fine. So, what overall do I think was the biggest thing that contributed to my healing and how easy it was? Ice. Ice. I literally sucked on ice all day long. From the time I woke up, I still drank my coffee just like normal or whatever, but then like I just started sucking on ice. I never felt super hungry. Um, 10 out of 10. It was a piece of cake. Um, But yeah, so what are like the most common questions that I get that like I kind of wanted to hopefully in this video like answer so that I don't have to like keep answering them. Um the number one question I get is why did I do it? Why did you do it? Why did you do it? Because it looks cool. That's it. That's literally it. That's the only reason. I just think it looks cool. I'm super into like plastic surgery and like cosmetic stuff and just like looking hot and being happy and looking cool and like doing whatever you want to do. Like, I'm involuntarily placed on this earth to do this thing called life, and like, I didn't ask to be here. I didn't ask for this like meat suit that I'm trapped in. So while I'm here, I'm gonna like pimp. This is like my earth ride. I'm gonna pimp my ride. Like, I only get this one life to like live the way I want to live, and I just think it looks cool. I like tattoos. I like piercings. I like plastic surgery. I like big fake boobs. I like all that stuff. I think it's fun. I think it's really cool when people just kind of like live the way they want to live and do what they want to do. I've been a bit of a rebel ever since I was a child. Um, so yeah, it's just kind of like my whole vibe or whatever, and like what I like. I really admire people who kind of like live life on their own terms. Um, I would love like if I could get any mod, I would love to like tattoo my eyeballs. I would love to have black eyeballs. I just think it's the sickest thing ever. Um, I think it's like a huge fuck you to basically society. I think it gives like this very dark beauty that I think is absolutely mesmerizing. Like when I see people with their eyeballs tattooed, I just like, ugh, I could look at it all day. It's so beautiful to me. So I like body mods. So the reason why I got it done is because it looks cool. It's cool, right? I mean, duh. So That's the only reason. It looks cool. Let's see what else. How much did it cost? It was $800. I paid a $200 deposit and then I paid $600 at the time of the procedure. What else? I wrote down some of the questions. Can I control both sides? Yes and no. Um, I can like definitely tell I have two tongues. Like it's very obvious and like in my mouth, like I definitely feel like I have two tongues. However, like in my brain, I think because it's since it's only been 2 months, my brain doesn't really understand like they still want to move like together. So I feel like being able to like individually control them to where I can make like one go up and one go down or something like that. I feel like that's going to take a very long time. Um, I can't necessarily like I don't know. I can't really do like tricks yet. Like I can do the Demogorgon, which is this. Um, the right side always wants to go over the left, so I would really like to be able to cross them. I can kind of do it. Um, I'm trying to like get the left one to get involved, like basically just trying to like rub them together. So yes and no. I can control both sides, but I have not like actually learned how to master it yet. Um, there's a girl on Instagram. If you want to see some crazy stuff, this chick, her name is Forked Cupcake. Go look at her Instagram because she can like do all kinds of stuff. She's like my idol right now. Like, hopefully someday I can be like as dexterous with mine as she is with hers. That'd be really cool. Um, does it hurt? Like I said, I did not have any pain. I literally never had any sort of pain over A2. Was I uncomfortable? Of course. But did I have pain? No. Could I not swallow? No, I could swallow just fine. I could breathe fine. I didn't drool, like I said. So, does it hurt? No. Should it have hurt? I think so, maybe, but I was very like on point with my aftercare. So, no, it did not hurt. How long did it take to heal was another question I got. So, like the actual healing of like the tissue that got cut in half, it was like they put the stitches in. The stitches weren't like super, super, super tight, but they were pretty tight. It closed completely like by the fifth day. The fourth day, even, it was completely like I would say, even by like the end of the third day, you really couldn't see any kind of like wound. Like it healed so fast, like so fast. Um, what else? Um, what am I most excited about? I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to learn how to control both sides individually. Like I would definitely like to be able to do some tricks. Um, And really, honestly, you know what I'm, you want to know what I'm really excited about? I can't wait to scare a little kid. Like, I cannot wait to scare a little kid. I don't know who's going to be my first victim, but like, at work, sometimes little kids will be staring at me and I just want to be like, and like scare them. Like, I can't wait to scare a kid or just scare someone in general. I really want to like, I would love to like throw somebody off, like scare them. But yeah, scaring a child, I think is what I would be most excited for. Um, three benefits. Someone said, "What are three benefits of having your tongue slit?" I don't know. Um, it looks cool. You'll be cooler, and you'll always have something to keep yourself occupied because you can kind of just like play with it in your mouth, and nobody really knows because they can't see. Um, okay. How does it feel when I kiss? Okay, so this is something I did want to talk about. So far, I like if I kiss somebody, I can't necessarily feel the difference. I don't know if I still have a little bit of like numbness or something in the middle. I don't really feel like I do, but when I kiss somebody, I can't really tell exactly what I'm doing, if that makes sense. Like, so I know, like, they told me that kissing me feels amazing, right? They're like, oh my God, that was so incredible. Like, it feels so good. Like, the la, I love kissing you. So that's nice to know. But as for my personal enjoyment, like, I don't fucking know. I really don't. So it still feels the same, I guess, just maybe a little different. I don't know. One thing I guess I also would love to mention that nobody told me prior to my split and nobody talked about. I wanted to make sure I mention in this video, if you get your tongue split, do not kiss anybody until you're like healed. Like, do not kiss anyone until you are like, I would say at least a month. Like, at least a month. I kind of learned that lesson the hard way. Um, I feel like I would have healed faster and better if I wouldn't have kissed somebody. I think that kissing kind of like aggravated. The last spot of my tongue to heal was the very back middle, like in there. So that kind of got irritated, and then after that, it did take like a long time for that to heal. So one thing I will say is if you get your tongue split, don't kiss anybody. I know it's very tempting. It's like, ooh, this new fun thing. It's sexy, whatever, whatever. But like, do not kiss anybody for at least a month. I wish somebody would have told me that. I wish somebody would have talked about it, but just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just enjoy your time of healing. Like, you went through a really cool process. Like, you should be proud of yourself. Just don't kiss anybody. It's not worth it. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much everything about it. I guess if you have any other questions, you can like put them below this video. But yeah, overall experience, 10 out of 10. No pain really, very easy recovery. I think it's a very cool body mod that doesn't require like it seems like a way bigger deal than it is. Like I would recommend it if somebody was like, "Oh, what body mod?" Would be like get your tongue split. It's cool. It's very cool. I will also say that like since I've gotten it done, as far as like my speaking goes, like you can hear, and I do know that I have like a very slight lisp. Like it's not the worst thing in the world. It also has only been 2 months. Another thing too is like if the more I talk, like if I'm just talking and talking and talking and talking, I feel like my tongue will get sort of like fatigued and like the lisp will get worse. But it's nothing like that I feel is like super noticeable or like unmanageable or like I'm not spitting on myself or anything like that. And I will also say that another reason I recommend this body mod is because I guess depending on like what kind of, like your anatomy or like maybe like how your mouth moves, nobody's noticed this. Like if I don't tell anybody that my tongue is split, nobody knows. So that's why I like it too, because like it's very, very much like cool, and it's also kind of like it's almost like controversial, like shocking, but it's also very manageable and very like you can keep it private if you want to. So that's something else that I think is like really cool about having your tongue split is that if you don't want to share it with anyone or the world, you don't really have to because it's like a private thing. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything about my split. If like I said, if you have any other questions, like definitely drop them in the comments and I'll answer them the best I can. But yeah, that's it. I hope this video was helpful. I hope if somebody out there is like thinking about getting their tongue split, I hope this video like made you feel a little bit more confident. Like maybe you were really scared to get it done because you think it's gonna hurt really bad. Listen, just suck on ice. Ice will be your best friend and you'll totally be fine. And then you'll look really cool. Thanks for listening, y'all.